The return of future Trunks in Dragon Ball Super was one of the most amazing things that has happened within the franchise. He had become immortalized as one of these fan favorite characters within Dragon Ball Z that the fandom had always wondered for many years, what had happened to him. What was he doing within his own timeline? Finally, with Super coming around, we would get some answers and see a lot more of Trunks and his efforts against Goku Black, and even seeing him with a new form, Super Saiyan Rage. Unfortunately, future Trunks would head back to his timeline, or I guess a new timeline, where we would likely never see him again. Unfortunately, Trunks really missed out on a huge opportunity and help for his universe. Of course, that would have been in the Tournament of Power, the massive multi-universal tournament that settled the fate of the multiverse. Trunks would have not only been one of the strongest fighters on Universe 7, but one of the strongest in the actual entire tournament. How would future Trunks affect the team structure of Universe 7? Would Universe 7 have an easier time winning? Would this make the team worse? And who would we replace on the Universe 7 team? These are some of the things that we will get into during this video. Of course though, let me know what you think of this and comment down below what your potential outcomes might be. Also, please do leave a like. Let's shoot for 1,000 likes and subscribe, and also don't forget to follow me on Twitter. So guys, Future Trunks was an absolute beast in the Future Trunks saga. He was basically a Super Saiyan Blue level fighter once he used his Super Saiyan Rage form. He would have been a great asset to the team. Now, first before we get into this, we do need to decide who he would replace. I think if you want to just replace him with the worst on the team, and in my opinion, Tien is the worst on the Universe 7 team, and you would replace him with Future Trunks, and that would make the team very top heavy with Goku, Vegeta, 17, Frieza, Gohan, and Future Trunks, supplementing that with Android 18, Piccolo, Krillin, and Master Roshi as the final four. Now, where Future Trunks would rank is hard to gauge. It really depends if he got stronger between the Goku Black debacle and the Tournament of Power. If he is not much stronger, then I would say he would be 5th or 6th place on the team. Goku, Vegeta, 17, and Golden Frieza all likely should be stronger than Future Trunks, and Gohan and Future Trunks should be kind of similar in power, but I would say that Gohan would be weaker, which would make Future Trunks the 5th strongest fighter on the team. But still, this makes the team much better physically. But I would argue that Tien would likely be a better strategist and martial artist than Trunks, but Trunks' overall power would be a plus on the team and make the team better. So what really would change here? Instead of Goku and Vegeta teaming up along the Tournament of Power, it might change it so that it's Vegeta and Future Trunks teaming up, which might change the outcome of some things, as the father and son duo would likely want to fight together. And if one was in trouble, the other would go to help each other because of their familial bond. If Goku gets targeted by Universe 9 and the trio D-Dangers, not only will Vegeta come to his aid, but likely Future Trunks, as he would fight alongside his father. And the three of them would absolutely wreck the trio D-Dangers, showing which trio was actually more dangerous. Now, going through from fight to fight, Universe 7 would be victorious many a times. Future Trunks would even get a few knockouts out of his own. But this would still eventually lead to the episode of around 109 in the show, with the Goku vs. Jiren showdown, which should still happen kind of the same. Goku levels up to multiple different forms, and all of them do not work against Jiren, and even when he goes blue, Kaioken times 20, Jiren is just blinking him away. Now, Goku would still use his last-ditch effort in the Genki Dama, or otherwise known as the Spirit Bomb, but of course his attack would not be enough to defeat Jiren. Even with the massive amount of extra energy provided from Trunks, it would be not strong enough to take out Jiren, even if it was stronger. But he still might have to put a little bit of extra effort into defeating and defending against the Spirit Bomb. With Goku failing the Spirit Bomb, it would launch back into him as his body folded inside of the blast. Trunks looked at this event with anger and sadness in his eyes. Their best warrior got absolutely embarrassed by Jiren. With a lot of hope likely lost with Goku gone, this triggered Trunks' Rage form. He then rushed into battle as a Super Saiyan Rage, and the Spirit Bomb was still caving inside of Goku. But Trunks quickly went up to it and gathered the remaining Spirit Bomb, and forged it into a giant Spirit Sword. That's a weapon! Universe 7 is cheating! No, that is not a mere sword, but one made of the energy or the spirit of Goku's attack. It is legal and fair game. Continue the fight. Trunks rushed in with his Spirit Sword and swung aimlessly at Jiren. and he would dodge all of the swings of the Spirit Blade until Trunks caught him off guard and swung. The blade was able to tear apart Jiren's uniform, but it did not wound him. Jiren blinked away Trunks after knocking the sword out of his hand, and Trunks looks over as Jiren is going to kick the sword off of the tournament stage, but in an instant the sword disappears, and behind him he sees Hit holding the sword inside of a time cage, and Hit handed the sword back to Trunks. They both nodded to each other and then rushed jointly to attack Jiren, giving us a future Trunks and Hit team up against the likes of Jiren. Trunks would split the giant blade into two smaller swords and wielded one in each hand. This allowed him to get more than twice as many swings and move much faster. Hit in his time skip along with Trunks and his spirit sword did give Jiren a bunch of trouble, but eventually all Jiren would need to do is raise his power a few percentage points and he would be able to pretty swiftly defeat the two. With Hit eliminated, Trunks was sitting on the tournament stage waiting for his time of elimination as his sword was gone and he was reverted back to his base form. Jiren walked slowly towards him and it seemed as if he was going to have the same fate as Hit had, to fail. Vegeta noticed this and immediately transformed to his blue form and lunged towards Jiren. Before he could reach them, a large crackling aura landed between him and Jiren. Everyone was shocked at what was going on, and a similar but different key had been felt. The dust and smoke cleared, and there was Goku once again. Alive and newer, better, stronger, faster version of himself stood there. It was Ultra Instinct Omen Goku. Everyone was shocked that he was still alive, and that he was back with a newfound vengeance and power. Now there's a lot of really just kind of skip over here. Goku vs Jiren round 2 happens with Goku using Ultra Instinct, which would go pretty much the same. Then we have Goku vs Kefla. The second fiddles fighting each other. Who knows, maybe future Trunks would help Vegeta fight Toppo, even though Vegeta at the time didn't really need help. Now where would future Trunks fit in with all of this? He would be a huge help to defeat either Universe 2, Universe 3, or Universe 6 at times, and also the addition of Trunks' power versus Ani-Raza would have made it so much easier, and he might have been able to actually prevent Gohan's elimination, as having an extra fighter really could have made the difference there. Maybe Gohan would not have been knocked out, as Ultimate Gohan and Golden Frieza with the addition of Rage Trunks should have been enough to take out a full-powered, full-speed Dispo. This means going towards the end of the tournament, Universe 7 would have 2 additional fighters in the final minutes. Instead of just Goku, Vegeta, 17, and Frieza, they would also have Gohan and future Trunks. So there are several ways that this can happen. We would still get to the end where we can Goku, Frieza, and 17 finish off Jiren together. Or Gohan and Trunks would be there as well, which should overwhelm the #1 warrior of Universe 11. Or I guess it could be an assortment of those 5 minus Vegeta. Either way, I still believe Universe 7 comes out with a W on this one. And if Jiren has to face off against Goku, Frieza, 17, Gohan, and future Trunks all at once, he can just start saying his prayers now. If he can struggle against these 3 guys while he was weakened, just add in Gohan and Trunks, not only does that make it 2 more people he has to worry about, but 2 people that are really strong and smart. Gohan is a great fighter and strategist, and Trunks was trained by Gohan. So Jiren would get bodied, and thus Universe 7 wins the tournament handily, with 5 fighters still left on the ring. Even if 17 isn't the only last one left, I think the same wish will be made by whoever would make the wish, to have all the universes be brought back from erasure, which thus saves all of the universes according to the Omni-King's plan and premonition. Now this actually leaves off with an even better potential starting point to the new Dragon Ball Super movie coming out in 2018. With future Trunks in the mix, that wouldn't only be an additional Saiyan, but a very strong one at that, and Vegeta's own son from the future, which would be really funny to see the exposition of them explaining to the Universe 6 Saiyans if Vegeta does go to meet them. Now also it could be more interesting to see more interaction between Trunks from the present and the future, as a little interaction that we did see in the show was great. But anyways guys, the most important question is, what do you think? Do you like the story or outcome? Do you disagree with the way I went in with it or not? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, also guys, I'm going to be coming out with a brand new sports video. I haven't uploaded on my sports channel in a while, but I do want to get back on that. So there's been a lot of rumors about LeBron James being on performance-enhancing drugs, and I'm making a video kind of debunking a lot of the claims that people are making and why it's kind of BS. So if you are interested in basketball, sports, LeBron James, that'll be linked in the description down below. Make sure to go check that out and subscribe to my sports channel, GT Sports. But anyways, guys, subscribe, like, join my Discord, and follow me on Twitter. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out.